For over 20 years, I have spoken on other people's stages. But you know what? God told me to create my own platform. So I decided to turn my autobiography, Miracles in Action, into a podcast. Hopefully, you'll join me on this journey and turn your pain into power and your grief into peace. I'll share some juicy nuggets that didn't make it inside the book and what was going on behind the scenes. My husband said, "But honey, did you have to put all of our business in your book?" I said, "Yes, because God wants you to know the glory behind the story." My vision is to bring on family and friends who have walked this journey with me for their input and their point of view. I'm also going to have a segment called It's Testimony Time. I love testimonies, and that's all about you. If you have a testimony, let me know because I would love to have you on as a guest so you can share your miracles in action story. If there are any questions or comments, please type them in the chat as well as where you're tuning in from. I would love to know. My name is Angela Alexander. Sometimes I have to say that real slow because it is quite a tongue twister. Angela Alexander. I'm an author, inspirational speaker, grief coach, and co-producer of my documentary film, Miracles in Action. This is episode number 3 already. This chapter is called My Lonely Soldier, page 24. Here we go. This is some juicy stuff, y'all. Now, if you would like a recap, you can watch the first 2 episodes or order your own copy of Miracles in Action at miraclesinaction.com. Okay. The next time I saw Siri, I asked to see his wedding photos because he had done such a good job of hiding his marriage. It was still hard for me to believe that it was true. Reality hit. Nonetheless, as each photo solidified the truth, emotionally, I was exhausted. Alice learned of Sari's betrayal from a distance, literally. Before the start of a speech class in which the 2 of us were enrolled, I slipped her one of the wedding pictures and quickly took my seat the opposite side of the room. As disgusted as I was over the whole matter, I couldn't help but laugh as I watched Alice's eyes fixated on the photo. She couldn't pay any attention to the teacher because the picture had provoked a boatload of questions. She tried to get students to pass me notes, but I ignored them. She attempted to get us sent to the administration office. I wouldn't go. She even asked the teacher if we could take an emergency break. The answer was no. Finally, after class, Alice demanded answers from me. She had hoped that the picture was some type of trick photography or a practical joke, but it wasn't. But the picture spoke 1,000 words by revealing the truth. That evening, Alice let Sari have it, leaving no syllables unturned. She tore into him, giving him the 3rd, 4th, and 5th degree up one aisle and down the other. Oh my goodness. I was so surprised that the man had endured it all. He stood his ground. "How dare you leave my sister on, married while fronting like a single man? What are your intentions? Okay? Why is your wife coming back if you're leaving her?" she demanded to know. As Alice's interrogations went on and on, believe it or not, I actually felt sorry for Sari. Even though with every fiber she embodied the anger within my mind, she also expressed the adoration that consumed my heart. Sari did what he had to do, apologize profusely, accept full responsibility, and explain his actions. His story was simple. The lie was necessary because he wanted to get to know me. He was right to think that I would never have gotten involved with a married man. You better know that. We don't want to hear all of your lies, denies, and alibis, Alice stated firmly. She is so funny. I need to ask my wife for divorce and forgiveness face to face, he explained. That gesture alone may have been his saving grace because it showed his character more than any expression of regret. A true player would have never cared about his victim's feelings, but cut the ties from 3,000 miles away. We were in Washington State. She was in Miami, Florida. I should have known from this opening line that he wasn't a player. Despite all of that, I was hurt, and I let Sari know exactly how I felt. I would have never allowed myself to knowingly be used or play second fiddle to anyone for any reason. I told him. My struggling heart might shake, bake, ache, and then break, but I refuse to be one of those females who put her life on hold for months to years while her supposed man is waiting for the perfect time to tell his wife. Okay? I knew that with or without me in his life, his marriage was in jeopardy. I explained that I would not continue our relationship while he was married. Good riddance, like my Aunt Marilyn McCool saying, that's just one less bell to answer and one less egg to fry, Alice stated. Yes, no more laughter, I responded. And please, no more tears, Alice added. That's a song. Okay. Sari's wife came to Washington as planned, carrying more than her luggage and their child, and rightfully so. She had heavy chips. I remember this so clearly. She had heavy chips on both shoulders. A friend had already told her that Suri was dating someone, and he did not deny it. After the fifth day of no contact, oh my goodness, Suri called from work around 2 o'clock in the morning. He told me he was moving forward with his divorce and that his wife was leaving at the end of the month. Thinking it through, no, I said, think it through and be able to live with your decisions, I said. No matter what, your son needs his father. Because Suri wanted to do the right thing, his conclusion to divorce wasn't easy. 1 week later, before dawn, on Thanksgiving morning, he called and asked if he was still invited for dinner. What? You're not going to spend the day with your family? I asked, puzzled. Angela, Sergeant Daniels took him to the airport. They're on a plane headed to Miami. I'm certainly not proud of it, but truth be told, the news of her departure put my heart at ease. And once again, I anticipated spending my life with the man I truly loved. The Lord had mercy on Sarah and me. At the time, I didn't know about the sanctity of the marriage covenant, and I had never experienced a situation such as this. And I didn't understand or identify with the pain our relationship inflicted on his wife and child. Back then, I justified my actions by telling myself that I didn't know that he was married. That was the truth, but I didn't know. It's amazing the stupid things we do when we're young and in love. Sarah and I both came from broken homes, but that's no excuse for being out of order. We repented for our actions, and God tossed our misdeeds into the sea of forgiveness and forgetfulness. We have learned to do the same. In His grace, God watches over His children, even the foolish ones. Okay? Whew, we all got a story about back in the day, how we met our boo, okay? I'd like to hear yours. Okay. So, if you would like to follow along or read ahead, you can order your own copy of Miracles in Action at miraclesinaction.com, miraclesinAction.com. I also have a workbook to walk you through the process of and practical steps from grief to peace, a documentary film, and a children's book with the illustrations are beautiful. I also have a private Facebook group called Grief to Peace. Please like and share and click on the notification button so you can be notified when the next episode is available. So if you know of a church, a retreat, a conference, a book club, a women's fellowship, an event planner who would like to hear this absolutely fascinating supernatural testimony from the living God we serve, put testimony in the comments because I'm more than excited to come out and show the glory behind the story. Let the Lord bless you and keep you. Let the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. Let the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Why? Because peace is priceless. See you next time. Episode number 4 next. All right. Take care.